Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Kingdom Hearts channel, and in today's video, I'm going to show you on how to play Kingdom Hearts Perilous Pursuit. I'm playing the tabletop simulator version, and this is a community creation mod or whatever you want to call it, and it's made by Dragon Crystal. This is based on the board game based on the video game. And basically, the objective of this game is to save 6 worlds. That's how you win the game. There are 2 ways to lose. First off, if any player reaches to 0 health, we all lose. If 2 worlds are overrun by Heartless, then we all lose. So technically, this is a cooperative game. So you have a choice of 5 different player boards that include certain tokens like the ready and set tokens, followed by the shield and a health tracker. Each player gets 1 card, and what we do here is to set up 6 world cards in order to getting ready to play the game. So it has to be 1 level 1 world card, 2 level 2 world cards, and 3 level 3 world cards, which leads to a total of 6. And I would like to apologize if I try to say something accurately, but I get it tongue twisted too many times already. So, as of right now, ladies and gentlemen, you also need to place this Heartless marker tracker thing so that you will know of what's going on, so that the tracker will lead up or down. Either way, this is what you need to do to set up the game, along with cards and dices from above. So now let me show you how to play this game. First off, it contains 4 phases. But before I get to that, you can play with 2 players or 5 players. And I'm playing just for 2 because I am going to demonstrate on how this game works. So first off, I wanted to try to play as Sora, but because there's no way to move it, I might as well go ahead and stick with what I have, which I play as Riku and, of course, Kairi. Alright, so right now our first world is a level 1 Twilight Town, and it contains 3 dice, 1 black and 2 blues. And it has some sort of tracker where you have to at least either go up by dealing damage or go down if the Heartless gets the damage also. And there's these actions that you need to do whenever you roll a dice and stuff like that, but we're going to get to that in just a moment. But right now, let's move on to phase 1. Phase 1 is where you have to roll the dice, and we're going to start off by the player who is the most oldest. And let's say, for example, Riku is the most oldest because, well, in the game he was 16, but now he was 17 due to the Remind DLC. And both Kairi and Sora are 16 now. Regardless of that, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and roll dice. You have to roll 3 times. You have to roll 3 times. Alright, let's see what we get. Ooh, alright, so what we got is we got one of these shields, which I'm going to need. And then we have a wild. The crown is like a wild symbol thing, which means you can place it in any of these actions, which I almost forgot. These actions contains attack, protect, distract, ability, and of course collect. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to choose 2 shields because I need that protection, and of course a wild symbol. Then the next thing that you need to do once you choose, you get to roll again. I was going to go for the attack, but I'm not going to. Okay, we roll again, and look at here. I got 2 attacks. So now, this is where it gets a little bit interesting. This is where it gets a little bit interesting. I have another protect, so I think I'm going to keep all of these. I'm going to keep all of these because this is where we get to the third phase pretty soon. Yes, we're going to get to the third phase. Usually, if you're not fond of what you have in the second roll, you roll the third time. But if you're really keen to these rolls right now, then there you have it. All right. So the second phase is to assign your dice. And first off, let me show you what Riku has in his card, and it is a shield, which is come pretty handy, but I want to save that just in case. So I'm going to assign 3 of these, protect symbols. I accidentally rolled the wild, but that's okay because I know that it's a shield. So here's what you do. I assign these dice so that I could place these ready and set tokens in this spot. So I am now readied and set with my protection. However, this is where it gets really challenging. Do I want it to activate it? This is where the crown symbol is. This is where the crown symbol is. But right now, let me go ahead and ready and set for my attack. And you know what? This gives me a wonderfulest idea because now that I'm ready and set my attack, I now get to activate this. I now get to use this to activate, which is the third phase when it comes to this whole situation. You activate your actions, and I choose to activate attack. So that means that it deals +1 damage. So this is where you move this marker right over here, and I think that's how you're supposed to do it. And there you go. That is the end of the third phases. And now we move on to the fourth and final phase, which is to roll for the world, which means that I have to roll only 3 dice, 1 black and 2 blues. So let's just hurry this up and get this over with. Now, also this black dice also has a heartless emblem symbol. If you roll that, then bad things will happen. And we'll probably get to that if we can. But I hope we don't in this video. Alright, so it's time to roll 3 dices and see what is yet to come. Alright, so the potion symbol has no effect. However, unfortunately, the key symbol is where +1 heartless comes, and we move right back to where we started. How unfortunate. And then the shield is no effect. So we're all good except for the fact that Riku has dealing a damage of the heartless or the world to try to move up, and then it went back down because luck is not at his side. So yeah, that's pretty unfortunate, but at least we didn't get the -1 health or the -1 shield, which is for all players, which is very not a good sign. So now that about wraps up for Riku's turn. Let's move on into Kairi's. Now keep in mind, this is like a rinse and repeat thing. So you do the same thing with Kairi. And oh yeah, I forgot about the abilities. Their abilities is to get +1 card, +2 attack. And then that's for Riku. And for Kairi, she gets a -1 die +2 attack. Which I think it only works if she could activate it. And right now, she's probably not going to be able to activate it, but we shall see as we roll the dice for Kyrie. Alright, so we have, let's see. I think I'm going to go ahead and get one of these and probably two of these wild symbols, because I definitely going to need it at some point. I'm going to need it at some point. And do I want to collect something? That's the tricky question. And let's just say I really do. Let's just say I really do. Which makes the attack symbol very useless. Unless if I get 2 dice. So we're going to roll this one singular die and hope that we can get, ooh, another distract. Should I go for it or should I keep rolling? And this is where you have a choice. If you decide to keep rolling for the 3rd and final time and see what luck has it, then yeah. Okay, so I shouldn't have rolled this because now I rolled a Keyblade symbol, which means it's useless. Very useless unless I use the wild symbols. This is where it gets really tricky. Sorry if I zoomed in. Let's see. This is where you have to think very carefully of what you need to do. So let's see. Kyrie wants to distract because it will cut off the minus die situation. She wants to activate it. So let's see. This is a kind of tricky situation. But she also wants to attack because she really, really, really wants it to happen. So this is a kind of a matter of which is the best. I think neither of these are the best. So let's just say, for example, she wants to keep this and also wants to keep this to ready and set her distraction. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, first off, we must ready and then we set it. Okay, so next thing that we need to do is that we're just simply going to, I keep rolling by accident. That's what happens when you click on the mouse. So let's just say that I ended up choosing 2 potions plus a wild to ready my collecting. Yeah, you assign the dice like that, unless you're playing a tabletop simulator, because this is where your mouse plays tricks on you. She is going to ready her collecting, and that's technically it. She can't do any activations, so that means we're going to skip that phase. And the only thing that's left to do here in her 4th and final phase in her turn was to roll the dice. So, and also, let me see what card she has. She has the Keyblade symbol. And she decided she's going to use, and oh yeah, I almost forgot. If she has a card, then she's going to use this to ready the attack. And then she's going to use this Keyblade symbol to set it. Also, I forgot to remind you, you can also share this one single die to the other player, which will be helpful for them in case it's not helpful for yourself. So, she uses this card, and it is now discarded. I think it is now discarded. And there you go. She is now ready and set for distract and attack. Which, by the way, she gets +1 attack by dealing the damage with the marker tracker, which she cannot do it yet because she needs to activate it if she roll a Keyblade symbol. So right now, let's move on to her 4th phase so that we can end this tutorial. And let's see what she rolls. Oh no. Oh no. This is not a good sign, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a good sign. So first off, we don't see the wild things much often in one of these worlds, so it does nothing. However, we get -1 health, which means that Kairi is now down to 9. And what's even worse is that all players will lose 1 shield, which means Riku and Kairi loses 1 shield. So that's unfortunate. This is exactly what happens when you roll this symbol. It leads to very negative effects, especially when it comes to the world. So far we did move the tracker up because of Riku's turn, but then it moves down due to his luck, and yeah, it just wasn't his day. Kairi's is very worse because not the worst character, but her rolls for the world is worse because she rolled a Heartless Emblem symbol, and because of this, all players must lose 1 shield and 1 shield only, which is a very terrible thing. You can also lose these shields whenever you take a lot of damage from the world board or the world card here. So yeah, that's technically how this game works. I almost forgot to mention, in the rolling the dice phase, if you roll that symbol once again, then no other dice should be assigned to do the ready and the setting situation, which is really a bad thing. But if there's any world that allows you to remove all of these readies and settings tokens, that is also a very bad sign because you worked very hard to get things ready and setting to not only to attack, but to also to protect and use abilities, collecting, and so forth in order to save the world from the Heartless. So that's one thing that I want to mention to you about this this black die. It's technically bring negative effects if you roll this symbol, especially when it comes to the world itself, which is Twilight Town level 1. So yeah, as you can tell, that's how you play the game. And I hope this helps you. If not, then I'm truly sorry because I didn't have the physical copy, so when I first saw this on Steam, on the community creations, I just gotta subscribe it and just play it to see if I can be able to play it in real life or just in the tabletop simulator. But I need to wrap this up. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to see a full playthrough of this game, leave a like of this video and subscribe to the Queen of Hearts channel and turn on these notifications so you won't miss a single upload. So until then, thanks for watching.